Hi, Dr. Yerby here. I'll be your instructor for this Advanced Forensics course. I trust that you've previously completed the Intro to Forensics course. You may notice throughout the semester that I typically say forensics. I'm actually talking about cyber or digital forensics. So let's think about what forensic science means. It's the examination and the investigation of a crime using scientific methods. To ensure that evidence is admissible in court, forensic examiners have to follow legal proceedings when collecting and handling evidence. For example, when collecting and examining blood samples, fingerprints, or other evidence, forensic examiners document each step to ensure that the evidence is handled in a tamper-proof manner. Finally, they do all their analysis and then present the evidence and their findings along with the procedures in court. Cyber forensics or computer forensics is a branch of forensic science, primarily focusing on digital evidence such as computers, network data, smartphones, UPS, USBs, and GPS data. In incident response, which is a related portion of forensics, the investigation process starts when a security breach is identified or an incident has occurred. Investigators need to identify and recover and examine thousands or possibly millions of digital artifacts in a forensically sound manner. That part's really important, that forensically sound manner. Their final presentation of evidence and action in the court serves to support or disprove case statements. The results lead to incriminating or exonerating people. Devices are everywhere, storing, transmitting, recording, and being used. No matter how carefully someone plans a crime, they often leave evidence behind on some devices. It could be devices that they have themselves, could be devices that are being stolen, could be devices that are on or recording nearby. But forensic examiners will examine these different devices and put pieces together just like a detective would do for, say, a murder investigation. Electronic devices may also contain information that is directly targeted to a case. In most cases, electronic devices are not directly involved in an incident, but the information stored on the devices provides crucial evidence for investigators. So I've talked about forensics being a science, but I think forensics is also much more of an art. There have been major court cases where cyber forensics played a role, such as Lauren Giddings murdered and dismembered by Stephen McDaniel here in Macon. He secretly recorded her in her apartment using a camera taped to a stick, and then he subsequently committed the crime, and he deleted the recordings, and he was very confident that he wouldn't get caught, and he was denying any involvement after he had been arrested, but the forensic evidence was presented to him, which later resulted in him taking a plea deal and admitting to committing the crimes. Then there's times where forensics seems like it should have been more effective. It seems like it should have worked. So in the Casey Anthony murder trial, a keyword search of her Mozilla browser showed several hits for the word chloroform spelled correctly and incorrectly. One thing that we believe may have happened with the jury is that the two different investigators reported the same evidence, but they reported it with different timestamps. One was using UTC and one was using another way of reporting time. So that art part of our forensic science can really be tricky. Things don't always work exactly as you think they're going to work. And so this is something that takes a lot of dedication, and it takes trial and error, and it takes interpretation, honesty, integrity. So I hope you're interested and look forward to this course. In this course, you'll learn the fundamentals of computer forensic procedures and the technology used to identify, preserve, analyze, and present admissible evidence to court. You'll also learn techniques used by investigators to retrieve evidence that's typically inaccessible through normal operations, such as data that has been deleted, hidden, encrypted, or even partially overwritten. We'll look at both Windows and Linux file systems along with various types of system artifacts. Additionally, you'll learn how to use some forensic tools. You'll have the opportunity to practice and I look forward to a great semester with you. Thanks. Again, this is Dr. Yerby.